Carly, and in this video I have my bestie Madison here, and today we are going to be carving pumpkins. I'm just gonna start off by tracing out faces that we hope to achieve on these guys, and then while we're doing that, we're gonna just ask questions, you know, get to know her. So yeah. Okay, so this is my pumpkin that I'm hoping to make.
This is my pumpkin. Because I'm uncreative, I copied Carly's teeth.
Okay, now we're getting our weapons of choice, and we are carving the pumpkins. So let's get
Carving.
stabbing. Okay, so let's get into our little Q&A. So you are doing, I sound like a news lady, but you are in person.
Yes.
And you like that more than virtual?
Yeah. I do better academic-wise, and it's more social, and that way I'm not just like sitting by myself. I do a lot better in school and with people.
Yeah. I just feel like in school, I had my set group of friends. You know, I was friends with you and Bridget and a couple other people, but for the most part, I wasn't really making any new friends because I was just so focused on getting good grades.
Yeah.
So I didn't like really even have time to talk to them. So I was just like, at this point, I should just stay home so I can like totally engage with school, and then I can, you know,
can like do your thing and
yeah, my YouTube
thing
and everything
you
else.
You babysit too, right?
Yeah, I babysit. I can make money doing that. So what colleges are you looking at?
So we talked about this earlier.
Definitely.
Salisbury was one of the ones on the list to look into. Greensboro, which is in North Carolina. Now there's Greensboro, which is like they're only like my mom went there, only like 1,000 kids. Like the population is only like 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's the University of North Carolina, which the population is a lot bigger than Greensboro, obviously, but I haven't decided. I do love North Carolina, so.
You want to go to a school with more people, you think?
I think so. I think I'd do better.
The school we go to, it's got, like what, 5,000?
Yeah. Between teachers and students, like 5,000 people in that school.
It's like sad because you can still see the marker, but I feel like if I put a candle in it, you won't be able to see the marker.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
So I am in a relationship, but with you, are you talking to anybody or anything juicy happening in the guy department?
At the moment, no. I mean, you know, there's like heavy talking where it's like, right. Oh yeah, we're gonna start dating next week, and then there's like talking where it's just like getting to know people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of in like the getting to know people with a couple guys, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like the term talking to people, it really varies.
It really does.
People.
Like people think of it as different.
Sometimes people think talking is like dating, and then
right.
some people think it's just
like, oh yeah, we're talking. Meanwhile, they're like having matching shoes.
Right. Like I always defined it as you guys are like sort of in a relationship, but it's like the stage before dating.
Right.
And it's like you can still talk to other people when you're in the talking stage because nothing's like.
Well, see, and that's the hard part. It's like some people, like you said, some people define talking as different things. So it's like
right.
One guy may think like, oh, we're really close, I'm going to ask her out next week.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you might think, oh, I'm still talking to other people. Like I have options, you know?
Right. And that's why I think it's so important to really have good communication to whoever you're talking with or think you might go out with, because that type of stuff is a need to know, I think.
Yeah, it's difficult because then Because then you get like, you know, oh, well, all girls are the same. No,
Right.
you just don't know. You have bad communication.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what the situation is.
Right, and I absolutely love this conversation because I feel like it's like a podcast at this point. We're like
Right.
doing a podcast. But I want to be a sexual therapist, and I want to do that for a living. And I'm looking into colleges for psychology. So, you know, I absolutely love this conversation because it's really in my element.
Yes.
But do you have any ideas of like what you want to do for a living?
So we talked about that too. I want to go maybe the psychology department,
Mm-hmm.
or
Which there's so many things in that department. So
or like forensic psychology, you know, criminology, stuff like that.
yeah.
I think that's really cool. I wanted to be a surgeon after I started watching Grey's Anatomy. Don't want to be a
Right.
surgeon anymore. We continue to watch that show and realize that that's not what we want to do.
So speaking of Grey's Anatomy, what
Mhm.
Netflix shows are you?
So
Into-
Grey's Anatomy,
Mhm.
currently on season 5, almost done season 5 actually. The 100, Flash, season 7 just came out, and I started watching that a long time ago and I forgot about it. But Grey's Anatomy is like my main show right now that I'm on.
Right. So I've been watching Orange is the New Black.
I have been told that show's good.
It is so good, so much drama. It's pretty funny. I like a lot of the actresses in it. So do you just have Netflix or do you have Hulu?
Netflix and HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
And then Disney Plus. I watch some things on Disney
I do
Plus
have
because
Disney
I'm a big
Plus.
Marvel person.
Okay. Have you seen A Handmaid's Tale?
I have not. Is it on Netflix?
It is on Hulu. It is so good. It's based on a book, I'm pretty sure, but it's just like my mom actually told me about it. And you know, most of the shows she like tells me about, I'm just like, it's based on a book. I don't want to watch that.
Right.
But like, it was surprisingly so good, and I think I might have to say that that's my favorite show.
Really?
Yeah.
This is mine.
This is mine. Definitely not my best work, but I feel like it kind of looks like a little squishmallow, which
No,
is so on
not.
trend.
And
Now, I think we're gonna take these seeds in and cook them up just to have a tasty treat, put them to use. So the first step when making your pumpkin seeds is to get all of the pumpkin mush and guts off of the seeds themselves and just put them into a bowl. This is super easy, and this snack is really great because it's just the most organic thing you can get. The next step is just to rinse off your pumpkin seeds. I choose to use a strainer just so I can make sure I don't lose any seeds, but I just rinse them with warm water, and it's really an easy way just to clean them off. So now I just dry off my seeds and season them up. I just use olive oil and sea salt, but you can of course include whatever type of seasoning you like on them. Next, I just spray a cookie sheet with oil just so the seeds don't stick, and then I just put all of them on the tray like so, super simple and easy. And then you will have to flip them when they are in the oven, so just remember to keep an eye on them. Next, I put them in my oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. I did have to flip them a couple times, so it took them longer to cook, but they came out great. And voila, they are beautiful golden brown, and they are so delicious. If you haven't had them before, I always say that they kind of taste like popcorn, so definitely give it a try this fall. And yeah, that is pretty much the end of my video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. All my social medias are linked in the description below. And I will be linking Madisyn's Instagram in the description below. But overall, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I love y'all. Bye!